Hello, hello. It's Sunday, June 22nd, I think, or is it 23rd already? I'm not really sure. It's been a long weekend, and I wasn't gonna shoot right now, but it's just after the rain. We had a few scattered showers that lasted for a good 10-15 minutes each, and in between, the sun is coming out, and everything just looks so gorgeous. I recorded a few shorts because I wanted to make sure that I catch all the lights and shadows of the garden. Double sun on the sunflowers. The grass is starting to look so great. That's not stains, that's stones. But those two biggest stains are now finally filling in. So perhaps I'm just gonna leave the fence out. I'm not gonna put it back on. The dogs seem to be staying on the other side for the most part, so I'm pretty happy with the results, considering that I'm battling with two big dogs for space and nice looking grass. The rose is just beautiful. Some of the flowers are starting to go over, but every day we're just looking at it and we're so happy with how that looks. It fills up this whole entire trellis with the rose and the grapes, which are growing so big. We're gonna have a lot of grapes this year. Super happy. Okay, so I need to go to Canadian Tire and get like the thing to pin my my salvia, and I was thinking of just propping it with something and whatever I have in the shed, and every time I want to do it, there's so many bees on here that I really don't want to disturb them, so I just keep leaving it like that, and it's okay. They're having fun, they're enjoying. Hopefully those bees are visible on here. There's always a bunch. So yeah, a few details, lots of flowers on my zucchinis. I moved things around a little bit. I left an empty space here just so I can have easy access, because it was really hard to try and go and pollinate. I always try to make sure that I pollinate the flowers just in case the pollinators don't get to it, because those flowers are kind of hidden away and stuff. So, and I also brought these three peppers. They're all new, this year's peppers. So these three are last year's, and the little guys are this year's. And this pot was against the window, and it was really getting just choked up and hidden behind the zucchini. So I moved it to the forefront so it gets a little bit more sun. The beans, I'm very happy with how the beans are growing this year. It seemed like I was struggling more last year, and I don't really have a whole lot of issues with it this year, which is awesome. I have lots of flowers here. Not on this one yet. This one was planted a little bit after that. So yeah, the onions are getting nice and thick in there. The mangoes are doing good, and the mangoes, these pots were here, so just before it started raining I quickly ran out because I knew it looked like it was gonna rain and I needed to cut the grass. I quickly ran out and cut the grass, and I didn't have a chance to like weed whack even though I don't do it. My love does it because I really don't like to use the weed whacker, but I was gonna sweep at least before I start recording and just didn't get a chance because all these showers came. So, but that's all right. What else can I show? There's a couple of zucchinis. Let's see if I can get in there. So there is one big zucchini growing there, and I know there's another one. She's facing. Is it visible? I don't know. It's not really that important. It's just a zucchini. There she is. She's facing the window. And there's another baby one on the same plant. Just need to hop. That I can see from the inside of the house. The cucumbers. There are so many baby cucumbers. I am just amazed at that. Because, oh, this one is so chubby. Where are you? Here you are. How can I do this? it's that. Anyway, yeah, there's just so many flowers, and so I got this little brush and I'm just pollinating whatever I can because there's quite a few baby cukes, and I just want to make sure that they all get pollinated. They're growing so nicely. They're starting to vine around the trellis. So this one has, I think, like maybe 6 plants, and then that one has 3 because one didn't make it. And then I started growing new zucchini cucumbers here, but yesterday I was talking to my sister-in-law. She didn't have any luck with her seeds, so I'm gonna give that to her. It seems like I'm gonna have plenty enough of cucumbers. And then tomatoes are starting to bloom, so there's quite a few buds everywhere. This one. So another couple weeks and we're gonna be harvesting potatoes maybe. These flowers in the corner are doing great. They're getting kind of covered by all the potato plants, but soon these will be done and they can take a stage or be more visible and stuff. So yeah, I was looking for a different word and I couldn't find it. So the carrots are doing fantastic. So I still have some baby tomatoes and peppers. I realized that like there's not much time left for them to grow big, but maybe this one. And who knows, maybe something's gonna happen with these 2 peppers. I'll put it in the back or on the side of the house and we'll see how things go. Super happy with how sunflowers, they seem to be growing really, really fast. I swear before the weekend, this was here and now it's here, like 2 days later. Yeah, so soon they will be going on the side or behind the shed. I haven't figured it out. As well as this spot with sweet peas. So they're starting to take off. I took off the cheesecloth because I had it on here because some birds were finding it to be a tasty snack, but they don't seem to bother the sweet peas now that they're a little bit bigger, so that's all good. The weird thing is that my flowers here, this is phlox, zinnia's doing not bad, but these guys are just taking very, very long time, and these 2 don't seem to be growing that well. Not sure if I need to add some more soil or I have to do something with this pot, because I feel like they get pretty much all day sun, other than right now because the sun is behind the tree. So I feel like they should be growing faster, so we'll see. Anyway, since I'm here, so this is still like fencing that I need to put away. I had to rush before the rain. Everything here is doing well. The geraniums are just gorgeous. The colors are amazing. The little munchkin sunflower and amaranth is here. Eventually I'm gonna take this little guy out and put it somewhere else, but for now it can just grow here. What else here? So yeah, the grass, I'm very happy with the grass on this side, and we'll get to the other side. Everything on the shed is growing really nicely as well. This hosta's doing well, so I bought more mulch, and I must say I'm not a fan of black mulch. I thought it was going to be more like natural brown color, just like what I had before, but it's starting to grow on me. And more on that when we get to the side of the house. But for now, I'm just keeping these half-dead shrubs here, and I'm moving some of the sunflowers here so that, like, for now I'm not sure if they're gonna stay here for the whole summer, but at least for a little bit, just to clear up some space around the fireplace and everything, just so I have more room to grow. Oh, and the sun is starting to go away. How beautiful is that? Very full rain barrel. So things are going great here. The blanket flower is going to bloom soon. My Lamb's ear are growing, doing well. Those are the ones I got from my sister-in-law. One of my Munchkin sunflowers that I transplanted, and I put another one right here. She's in there. There she is. Yarrow is going to bloom soon. Yeah, so everything's growing well. I have cosmos and 4 o'clock here, and just some petunias. This is doing well. Okay, so one more look this way. Maybe we're just gonna start heading. So now that grass on the other side is taken care of, I'm gonna start working on this. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to cut the grass before the rain came, so maybe I can get started tonight. I'm not sure if we're gonna have time, but if we do, that's what I'll do. It's not looking bad. Well, for my standards from last year or whatnot, I would be complaining that it is looking bad, but you know, I've been trying to water it. It's somewhat greenish. Obviously not as beautiful as over here, but hopefully in a few weeks it will look better. So this is one of those corners that's not being tended to as much. And look, all of the rain that we had, and of course this is a dry spot because of the trees, so I had to come in and water it, and that's why the hosta is not getting so big. And yeah, I need to come with water. That's what I need to do. So when my family comes next weekend, I'm gonna have to move a lot of these bags from that area, just because I can't even walk around, and I'm gonna have a bunch of people here in the backyard. So I'm gonna move them here temporarily. There's not a whole lot of sun here, so I'll just do it for whenever company comes over, and then I move it back out in the sun. And that's one of the reasons why I love growing in bags, because I can do that, and it doesn't take up room in the actual garden where I want to have like shrubs and trees and grass. So have to figure out the cucumbers we're gonna go here, but since I'm gonna give them to Ronnie, I'm gonna plant something else here. I just don't know what yet. And these are my very first nasturtium flowers of the year, and it's funny that this one is the first one to bloom. Very interesting, because I have them all over the place, and this was the last one I planted just because I didn't know where else to put the one last plug that I had, and I put it in here and I left it, and it's the one that's blooming first. Lettuce is doing good. I really have to come and cut some and keep eating it a little bit more. Kale's not doing so well, so maybe I'm gonna plant some more kale, although I do have some in the raised box. And this is kind of like the zinnias. There's 2 zinnias here, 3, where I don't know. This one is a zinnia for sure, and I think this one. Yeah, maybe it just needs time. Also doesn't get not as much sun. It's okay. Oh wow, my spanakopita in the oven is already asking to be flipped, so I gotta make this fast. Things are growing well here. Either Silo or Chucky jumped through here the other day, so the 2 camomiles that I have here are not doing so well. But yeah, Marigold's about to bloom. The oregano's doing good. We've been enjoying some mint tea. I've been really enjoying a lot of dill. Yeah, everything is growing nicely and getting bigger and bigger. So all the tomatoes here, I'm not gonna go through everything one by one because I do need to get to the oven, but look at all my bees over there. Yeah, so quick look over here. And some chicks. These 2 pots are doing fine. I have to keep cutting the creeping Jane so it doesn't cover up my marigold that I put here. Should have put it more in this corner maybe, but I have 2 marigolds here. I have one over here, and it's about to bloom for me as well. Zinnias, cosmos, lavaterra, and a whole ton of raspberries and bees. So, oh, there. This is gonna be a nasturtium flower here as well. And my favorite geranium, the climbing one, or whatever you would call it, vining one. I just love how the flowers open up and they're double flowers, and I love the color. This one's doing good too. I keep coming in every couple of days and chopping a few of the leaves just to give the geranium of the nasturtiums, just to give the geranium a little bit more light. And then here my marigolds are actually doing okay, so that's good to know. And the 3 red currants, I'm not sure if there's gonna be more that's gonna grow on other branches, but that's all I get to. It's my fault and a lesson to learn not to plant it in the shade. It's mostly shady here. I should have known, but I just wanted to fill a spot and I just wanted to try. So impatiens are doing well. The pink ones are not in bloom right now, but the white ones are, so it brightens up the corner and I love it. So this peony is gonna bloom. Can't wait to see it. Weeks behind the other one because again it doesn't get much light here, but I'll get one bloom, so I'm happy. And the plums, because I don't think we looked at the plums last time, but yeah, there's plenty of plums to be had this year. Extremely happy about that. Okay, so let's just go quickly. Grass here is growing in nicely. You can really see it here. Fresh grass, yes. Dahlias, absolutely gorgeous. Geranium, 2nd year geranium, so huge. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's do a quick check on my beets, because I saw the other day they were like getting nice and thick on the bottom, which makes me really happy. But as soon as I leave it open, I get those eggs on the underside of the leaves and it drives me crazy. Okay, one quick look at the begonia. Gorgeous. More nasturtiums. Verbena, I think. Oh wow, that spider plant needs to be pulled out a little bit. How huge are those leaves? That's my hand. Okay, there. That's like huge. Okay, so the peonies, these ones are just about to open. The little one, the big one is pretty much done. Okay, Cosmos and Zinnia are starting to grow, and that's a bachelor's button and some alyssum. This one I don't think it's gonna bloom. It just has 2 or 3 little buds, but nothing is happening here. Okay, quickly. So I bought more mulch and decided to add it to this path. And now I need to go in and get 3 or more bags to fill it in. So beautiful. Okay, Silo's barking at something. I think it's just at me. Hostas are doing so well. So yeah, yesterday once I put it here, I started regretting that I got black, but now, oops, I'm starting to dig it, guys. So it's a keeper, so I have to get more bags. Okay, love this hydrangea. That's my cutting. This year's cuttings are not doing so well, but this one is. So I moved the 2 pots of alyssum and bachelor's buttons here, so they're gonna stay here now and grow. About to have some delphinium flowers. Not really sure what is happening with this guy. Okay, quickly. Irises, salvia. My astilbe is actually growing, which is great. Everything's looking beautiful and green and lush and colorful. Silo, it's okay, baby. Okay, and then a quick look over here. Put some more mulch here. So yeah, this is why I'm starting to like this black mulch, because it just gives such beautiful contrast to the plants. So I'm starting to dig it. Okay, let's go check the back. we're not gonna talk about this. Buenos Aires. All the lilies. Okay. We've got 3 tomatoes. And 1 pepper. I planted another tomato here, but it just didn't make it. And it's just about time to harvest this comfrey once again. Okay, let's take a quick look. Gorgeous. Awesome. All right, let's take the usual path back and we say goodbye for another week. Am I moving too fast? Okay. And here we are. Maybe we'll just, whoops. We'll stay here. Bye.